Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Professor Anime. Welcome back to yet again another Boruto Naruto Next Generations episode review. So today we are talking about episode 55 of today's episode of Boruto. So without further ado, let us begin. Now, before I dabble into this review, I just gotta talk about the whole Boruto time slot that I mentioned in the previous episode of Boruto. Check out my review of that if you haven't. But yes, Boruto will be getting a different time slot now. Boruto usually comes out on Wednesdays for us. However, Boruto most likely will be coming out on Thursdays from now on, starting with episode 56. If it's not starting with episode 56, it's going to start after episode 56. So be on the lookout for that, because Boruto will in fact be coming out on Thursdays in the coming future. So just thought I, basically give you all a little recap on that. Alright, so in today's episode of Boruto, all I gotta say is that this was actually a pretty good episode of Boruto. It really was. It actually gave a lot of progress to future events to come, to when it comes down to the Chunin exams, and it also dabbled into not only, what the movie showcased, but also it gave us brand spanking new material. So in this episode of Boruto, everyone is pretty much getting prepared for the Chunin exams, which are in fact going to be starting the very next day, which will most likely be showcased in the next episode of Boruto. But yeah, everyone's pretty much getting ready for the Chunin exams. They are training their asses off. We have pretty much all of the squad members training, including Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki, as well as we get introduced to the Sand Village teammates. I guess I'm assuming one of the members within that little group is Konkuro's son, I believe, is in that group. So I like how they showcased that individual right there, as well as the two other individuals that I am looking forward to seeing, what they're capable of in the coming episodes of Boruto. But not much was showcased with them from what we got in this episode. It was mainly just them on their way to the Hidden Leaf Village, in which the Chunin exam is about to partake in. So that is what is going to be exciting, to see what they're capable of in the Chunin exams. If in fact they do get screen time, is going to be pretty exciting to see. Also in this episode of Boruto, we got introduced to a new member of the Otsutsuki clan. So not only have we seen Toneri Otsutsuki, we've seen Kaguya Otsutsuki, in various, flashbacks, as well as, in Naruto Shippuden, but we have also seen the two new Otsutsuki members who have appeared in the Boruto Naruto movie, named Momoshiki as well as Kinshiki. Within this episode of Boruto, though, we get introduced to another Otsutsuki member. Now, we don't really know what his name is, but it seems that he was, in fact, referenced in the movie. However, in the movie, they did not show him just due to, time constraints. They can only, adapt a certain amount of material. But now that Masashi Kishimoto actually has Boruto in a TV format, now that we are going to be adapting the Boruto movie, he can now implement the stuff that he wanted to be in the movie into the TV anime. And that is what we're going to see from here on out. And to see his role in things, as far as how everything is going to go in the future for Boruto, when it comes down to the Chunin exams, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this new character, because it seems as though, just judging from this episode alone, he seems to have a different sort of personality compared to the two others in the group, and also it doesn't really seem like he is necessarily I guess working with them, so to speak. So at least what it comes off to me, it doesn't really seem like he is abiding to their way of doing things, as we mainly see from this episode, Kinshiki and Momoshiki take advantage of the 8 Tails Killer Bee. That is correct. They actually defeat Killer Bee and basically take away his chakra. So Killer Bee is kind of axed out at the moment. In the movie, I believe they actually showed them sucking the chakra out of him. So it does seem as though, the Otsutsukis have the ability to absorb massive amounts of chakra, and that is what they are simply going for. Their overall goal is to eventually get this massive amount of chakra to use for their ulterior motive, which we'll probably talk about later. But yeah, at the moment, it just kind of seems like what they're just going for right now is to absorb massive amount of chakra. So yeah, but we'll talk about the ulterior motive as far as, you know, what their true goal is in the coming episodes once we get a little bit more, you know, explanation on certain things. But yeah, when it comes down to the third Otsutsuki member within the group, it doesn't seem like he wants to take any part at all in what Momoshiki and Kinshiki are doing, because if he was taking part in it, he would have most likely helped out in the defeat of Killer B. So, I'm not exactly sure what role this new member of the Otsutsuki clan is going to take part in, but in the movie, he did not show up. Now, that could have been in the fact for screen time reasons, but this also could be for the fact that, I guess, you know, while he did not reach Earth, maybe, in fact, we have, you know, kind of like this character also rebelling against Momoshiki in a way. I'm not too sure on that, and as we have seen from Momoshiki, maybe before he eventually reached Earth with Kinshiki, maybe he absorbed the Otsutsuki clan's chakra, like absorbed him, because if you have seen the movie of Boruto, you would know what's to come with the whole absorption thing that goes on with Momoshiki. So, yeah, but there could be something else entirely that is, you know, going to happen regarding this character and what role he's going to play in the Chunin exams. As of right now, we have no idea. It's simply that he was just introduced, and that is simply it. So yeah, as far as what it seems like as of right now, it seems as though the Jinchuriki that was residing within Killer B's body has now been extracted. So basically, the ties that bind the Jinchuriki all together has now been cut off. As it is revealed in this episode of Boruto, right at the scene with Kankuro and Gaara at the train station with the kids, Gaara actually picks up upon the voice of Shukaku, his Jinchuriki, who has been cut off from him in quite some time. They have not initiated contact whatsoever. And I believe there is going to be a couple people, you know, wondering as to, hey, you know, what happened with this, you know? I thought Shukaku was released from Gaara. Well, guys, if you remember in Naruto Shippuden at the very end with the whole Kaguya as well as Sasuke fight that happened at the very end, basically all the Jinchuriki that were basically alive during that point basically went out into their natural habitat, basically to roam free. However, there were a few that actually stood and resided within the users, such as, you know, Naruto and Killer B. And in this case, it seems as though Gaara's Shukaku Jinchuriki never left him, but just, I guess, didn't initiate contact with him whatsoever. But we see in this episode that Shukaku basically tells Gaara that Killer B seems to have been disconnected from us as Jinchuriki, because as we know, they all share a bond with each other. So the stuff that's going around with the Otsutsukis as well as what happened to Killer B is eventually going to reach word to Naruto on what's going down, but due to the Chunin exams being taking place, that's when things are going to get a little hectic, because with that stuff going on, as well as what the Leaf Village is holding at the moment, is going to be very chaotic in terms of what's going to go down. But as we got from this episode, things have been building up for this moment. So in the future episodes to come, once the Chunin exam begins, that's when we can expect shit to go down. And then finally, the dynamic between Boruto and Sasuke, you know, we saw in the beginning of this episode was pretty nice to see, because as we have seen throughout, you know, Boruto, is that, you know, Boruto does not seem like he is being acknowledged by his father whatsoever. It doesn't really seem as though, I guess, Naruto sees worth inside Boruto, and that's why Boruto has this sort of rebellious attitude towards Naruto in the first place, because I guess Naruto, or at least it seems as though Boruto thinks that he's being treated as a child from Naruto. So that's why he has taken an interest into Sasuke and is trying to get Sasuke to tell the weaknesses of Naruto so that one day Boruto can take him down. But as it is stated in the episode from Sasuke himself, he states to Boruto, maybe you should stop looking into Boruto's weaknesses and focus on how he was as an individual in the past, because we saw that Sasuke was revealing, you know, quite a bit of information to Boruto about Naruto's past, about how he used to be a loser and that he was an outcast, but he eventually built upon his weaknesses as an individual and make them into something much more stronger, to the point to where he, you know, overcame every obstacle within his path and became the Hokage. And when Sasuke stated that to Boruto, I love just how Boruto gave a really snarky, you know, look. He's like, what are you trying to say? You know, because it's true. Boruto should stop focusing on, you know, the weaknesses of his father and more so on the past and why things are the way they are when it comes down to Naruto as a character, before he should, you know, judge him overall as a father. So I like how that little dialogue with Sasuke and Boruto was added in. But yeah, that basically does it for the overall episode as far as what we got. So yeah, looking forward to the next few episodes of Boruto, because I'm not gonna lie, Boruto seems like it's actually getting decent and good now. You know, it's getting interesting, especially with these new Otsutsuki members and what they are going to do, as well as the new additional content that we're gonna get from Masashi Kishimoto. I'm actually very excited to see what's gonna go from here on out in the coming episodes of Boruto. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Hit that red subscribe button down below if you never want to miss a video from me. And with that said, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you all in the next one.